Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County Council on Aging in conjunction with the Guiding Ohio Online Grant, which is part of the Putnam County District Library. This week we are going to take a look at PhotoScape X. And what PhotoScape X is it's actually a photo editing software that is available, and it is free, that you can download and place on either a Windows machine or a Mac. And if you go to, if I pull up here, you can see this is what it would look like when you go to PhotoScape X to download. Again, for Windows or Mac, it also then lists what iOS and versions and it's available for. So you would download this, and what it does is you can batch edit, you can do cutouts, you can make collages, you can animate GIFs. So we're just going to simply go across with the software today and just briefly tell you and show what is available and how to create with it. So I've got here the actual program running. What I've done is I've taken some images and I've placed them into the editor here. And so if you look at my different images, the first part up across the top, we're going to go across this and just kind of discuss what you can do. So we've got viewer. So this is where I see my images. It's currently on this grid view. I can change it to a list view, and then I can do a loop view, or I can do full screen view. I'm going to take it back to grid view and show you too that you can actually take this and you can enlarge the actual thumbnail that you see so that you can get a clearer picture of the of the images. The image down here below happens to be the last one that I had clicked on. That's why that is showing down there. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Editor across the top. And when I go to Editor, I can see my different images here. And what I can do then is I can pull one of these images over. So I'm going to simply pull this image over so that you see that. And then you'll notice here on my right-hand side how all of this has changed. I can have all of these different options. I can resize. That's a very common thing that you might want to use this for. So if I click here on resize, I can change and adjust the size of my image. So if I wanted to resize and make something smaller, I can do it by pixels, I can do it by inches or centimeters as well. And then I'm going to just simply cancel this so that it closes up. I can also, cropping is another common one that you might use. I had already been in here at one point and obviously had checked on the circle crop, but I can change and I could actually do a custom and change how high and how wide I want that image to be and make those adjustments. And then I have my, again, just to cancel that, and then I can go to color as well. If I go on color, I can change my brightness, I can darken, I can deep, all the different options that are available to adjust the color of your image. If I go to film already has these different different styles that you can click on and see. If you just simply scroll over, you're going to see how they change. Notice as I scroll down on any of these, what you are going to see is you're going to see the Pro versions. So those obviously are not available. You can see what they do, but those aren't available for you to save as. And then I have all of these. If I wanted to change it to make it look like an old photo, add the dirt, the texture, so forth. All of these are available. And the best thing to do is just kind of click and see how and how you would like to have the image look. If I go to light, Same thing, I've got all these different filters here with how I would want my lighting to show. I've got, again, more of these options to change to. If I go to frame, I'm going to be able to add frames around my image. I can do it as a shape. I can do it with borders as well. So I could change and make this appear. And notice I can change my background of my borders, so I could add a different look to any and all of this, however I would choose. I then also have my ability to insert. I'm going to hit cancel here. I do want to keep remembering to go back to cancel so I get my original picture back. If I go to insert, this is where I can draw lines, I can make shapes, I can do stickers, I can add text. If I were to choose to add text, I can, and again, I have all the options that you would ever have with doing text there. I'm going to revert, will always take me back. And then I want to show you how tools. If I go to tools, I have all of my drawing tools that are available. I also, from tools, I want you to see the one interesting thing that I can do. I'm going to grab a different picture. So if I want to grab a different picture, I simply click on my close button. I'm going to grab my picture that I have of, trying to see where it is. Let's click on this one that I have here that is with the lake here, for example. And let's say that I'm going to go back to my tools and I want to do what's called this spot healing brush. And if I go on spot healing brush, I got these different size brushes. Notice how when I go over, you can see this little circular thing. Let's say, for example, I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger. Let's just, for some reason, let's just say that I want to eliminate this cloud. I simply click on that and notice my cloud is going. And if I keep clicking, I've got all of these tiny little clouds that are disappearing from my image. So this is a handy way if you take a picture maybe of something with your family and you maybe have someone in the background that's, someone that just happened to be in the picture and that's no one that you know. You can easily go in here and you can just eliminate them from your picture. So that's the one thing I wanted to make sure, because I want to try and highlight what I think the average person would maybe most often want to do with an actual photo. Again, I was clicked here on the X, and I'm going to say photo. I haven't saved it. It's like, do I want to save this? No, I don't want to save it. I'm going to go back here. Okay, so let's grab back here to another picture, bring that up. I just want to show one more. Let's go back to tools here just for one more time. And again, I don't have any pictures with a person in it. This is where you would fix that red eye that you might possibly get when someone is looking at the camera and you get that look that pops up. Same thing here. We can do the eraser, and again, you can change the size of your eraser, and I could go in here and I can erase some stuff if I want to. Notice I currently have it set that it's taking my screen and it's taking it and making it a black image there. So that is just what you're going to find then here with tools. So I'm going to, again, close this up. I'm going to say no, I don't want to save it. Now I'm going to go to cutout. If I go to cutout, what you're going to see with cutouts, you're going to see your brush, you're going to see a lasso, and you're going to see your magic eraser. So with cutout, I'm going to take this image, and let's say for some reason, I don't know quite why I would want to maybe do this, but I'm going to go in here and I want to get rid of what would be the water. And what I'm doing is I'm just simply going across here, and it's going to eliminate that particular color. So then what's going to happen is that is going to go away in my picture. I'm going to say apply. And then what you're going to see is when I say apply here, all of this that was the water has basically disappeared from my image. And I would just want to keep going across this if I want to make all of this go away. That's how I would be doing that with my magic eraser. You can do the same type of concept with a lasso or with a brush as well. So depending on what you are working on and how much area and space would be which one of these tools that you would want to use. I'm going to go to batch. When I go to batch, what you're going to see here is in batch, I am going to, this is for when you want, say you have several images here. I'm going to take this one, I'm going to take this one, and notice I had already done this in the past. So what you've got here is it is taking, with batch, it's taking whatever the images are that you put here across the top, and it is taking all of those and applying the same thing to them. So if I were to go to crop, if I were to go to the color, whatever it might be, everything that all three of these, it's going to get that effect that's going to take place for that. So what I had done here is I had done one of the lenses, and so it had changed all of them and put the lens feature in there. With collage, collage allows you to take your images, simply drag them in and place them in here to make your collage. So I would have a collage of these images. I could change it to 4, to 3. I can change the appearance. So currently I have 4, so I could change them this way. And then I can also move them around. So say I want this part of the image, or I want this part of the image, whatever that might be, that's what's going to appear in my collage. Combine just allows you on your screen here. We're going to take this, drag it across. We're going to drag this one across. And again, it's going to place these on the screen going down in this format. I can do it horizontal. I can do it as a tile. So I can make those changes however that I might want to do that. I can change the size. I can change the background that would appear and so forth. I can do all of that there. Creating a GIF. This can be really interesting. If I have something where I want to drop a photo in, and then I'm going to drop a second photo in. So let's drop this one in. And then notice how it's just playing. And I already had been in here one other time, so I had typed in and say, let's just say sunny. And so now notice my GIF. And this will just continue. I can just keep adding my pictures in, and it's going to go between the three of them. I can change the duration. I can change the transition effects. So I can make it so it slides up, it slides down. A lot of times with an image, you might not notice it depending on how the image is. And then print. Anything that I drag in here, I can print, and notice I have my different paper size, the different print area, how I want and what I want this print, what I would want my printable area, my paper size to be. And then we've got tools, and with tools you have the screen capture, the color picker, and then rename. So we would just go in here, and anything that we have dropped in here we can rename, and we would have that option then here to print. when I go to the more down below, I can add an empty cell. I can open my photos. So that is what you're going to find. Store is simply that. It's if you are interested and would want to purchase, or you can notice all of these additional features that you can add to the actual PhotoScape X program as well. That is what you are going to find and see and be able to do with PhotoScape. Again, I've tried to just kind of highlight what I think the basic user would want to see and do to make it easy to just, get rid of something that might be in a picture, or just make an adjustment, change the color slightly so it's a little bit brighter, a little bit darker, add in some text. Those are all things that are very simple and easy to do with your photos. I hope everyone has a fantastic week and is able to download PhotoScape X and just try it out.